unpacking Jim Rohn's timeless 1981 seminar, How to Get Whatever You Want. This is just an incredible, fascinating look into human potential and the hidden mechanics of getting exactly what you want out of life. We're going to walk through this piece by piece so you can actually start using this framework today. But first, I want you to stop and really think about this for a second. What if the secret to getting everything you want in life wasn't some ridiculously complex 10-step business strategy? What if it had absolutely nothing to do with grinding until you literally burn out? What if the ultimate unlock code came down to just one single word? The answer? It's just one word. Ask. Yep, that's it. Rohn explicitly notes that if there's one single art in life you need to master, it's the art of asking. See, we're all taught to just put our heads down and grind, right? Think about the person who stays at the office until 8 p.m. every single night, just hoping their boss magically notices them and hands over a raise. But here's the thing, being a good worker actually isn't enough. You have to transition from being just a good worker to being a truly good asker. Okay, let's get into Section 1, the 3 principles of asking, or the psychology behind the request. So, to understand why this super simple word holds so much power, we really need to look at the mechanics. Rohn breaks this down into 3 core psychological principles. Number 1, asking starts a unique process. Number 2, receiving is actually automatic. And number 3, success is like an ocean. Together, these form this sort of invisible machinery that translates your passive, everyday effort into actual active results. Rohn gives us this totally brilliant quote. Some people are always studying the roots, others are picking the fruit. This gets right to the heart of the first principle. Asking activates a powerful mental and emotional process. In modern psychology, we call this self-efficacy. It's that deep-seated belief that you can actually achieve an outcome. When you ask, it's like pushing a button that sets all that invisible machinery into motion. You know, you can spend your entire life endlessly analyzing the roots, trying to figure out the complex why of the universe. Or you can just start asking and start picking the fruit. And that brings us to the second principle, and honestly, this one is a bit of a mind bender. Receiving is not the problem. Receiving is actually automatic. Now, if receiving is automatic, then the real roadblock is simply our failure to ask. Think about the classic profile of a good worker. They hit it hard every single day, right? But they don't have a single scrap of paper outlining what they actually want. Because they haven't asked, they completely fail to trigger that automatic receiving process. Moving right along to Section 2, the ocean of success, and embracing the abundance mindset. This is where the abundance mindset really comes into play. Success is not in short supply. It's not rationed out. You don't step up to the window only to find out, oh, sorry, we sold out of success yesterday. No way. It is a vast, unlimited ocean. But the crazy thing is, some people walk right up to that massive ocean holding nothing but a tiny little teaspoon. In view of the sheer size of the ocean, you've got to trade your teaspoon for at least a bucket. You have to upgrade your ask. Otherwise, like Rohn jokes, the kids down at the ocean are going to make fun of you for missing out on an unrationed supply. Which brings us to Section 3, 2 ways to ask, focusing on the mechanics of goal setting. So, we know we need a bucket, right? But how do we actually build the thing? Well, the first way is intelligent asking. And this doesn't just mean saying please and thank you. It means asking with extreme laser-focused clarity. You can't mumble. Intelligent asking means defining exactly how wide, how high, how soon, what size, and what color. Instead of vaguely saying, hey, I want more money, you ask for a 10% raise by November 1st. This taps directly into goal-setting theory. Specific, brilliantly detailed goals literally become magnets that pull you directly toward them. Now, the second way to ask is with faith. Look, as adults, we are great at making highly detailed plans, but we almost always sabotage them with our own intense skepticism. We doubt our own plans before we even start. Children, on the other hand, they believe entirely in the outcome without a single ounce of that adult doubt. So, the ultimate winning formula, the true art of asking, is combining these 2 things. You make your plans like a smart, intelligent adult, but you have to believe in those plans with the unwavering, pure faith of a child. All right, here we go. Section 4, the 90-day challenge. Time to test the theory. 90 days. That is the challenge laid out in this seminar. I want you to try this asking framework for just 90 days. Apply the intelligent planning, apply that childlike faith, and clearly, specifically ask for what you want. Maybe it's a promotion, maybe it's a better rate on a service, or just asking a mentor for help. Honestly, if it doesn't work out, you can always go right back to your old ways. There is literally zero risk here. But remember, the world admires the doers. You just have to be willing to test it out. So, I want to leave you with one final provocative thought to chew on today. Will you show up to the ocean tomorrow with a teaspoon or a bucket? Now that you know receiving is automatic and that the ocean is totally unrationed, the only variable left in the equation is your ask. Define it clearly, believe in it fully, and go get your bucket. But it really makes you wonder. If success truly is an ocean, what other artificial limits have we been placing on ourselves without even realizing it? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. Go reflect on your goals today, and I'll see you next time.